And welcome back, this is ballerscuba with more Let's Play Mass Effect 3. I'm joined, as always, by our Explorer-in-Chief, Mariah Shepard. When we last left off, I pretty much explored everywhere in the galaxy. So, let us head out again. We have some more missions to take care of, I am sure. I spent some time on the Citadel. I don't think there's actually anything left for me to do kind of out here. Locate the secret artifact. Scan for Leviathan. There's only a 44% there. I did not actually look yet to see if all of these places were fully mapped out, but it feels like I'm pretty much there. Sigurd's Cradle, I think that's just a new percentage. I think I had access to it before and it was at 100%, just is not anymore. Yep, that's pretty much it. So, I have no problem going through to Leviathan, doing that some more. It is the hardest DLC that I've done to this point. The hardest missions to this point, really. So, I'm in for a little bit of a difficult time, but, ultimately nothing too bad. There's two places for me to scan for Leviathan. I thought that I had narrowed it down to one, but what do I know? Alright, let's go to Linal first, I guess? Sure?
Signal confirmed.
Yeah, no surprise, it's at Lake Onyx here. Is there anything here? Mining drones. They want iridium, osmium, and other heavy metals. So they were digging, which means there's something for me to dig up as well. Knowing that it's DLC, my money is on credits. Just flat credits. Search unsuccessful. Scans of the planet's surface show no evidence of Leviathan's energy signature.
No sign of Leviathan at these coordinates.
Yeah, that's what it said. I was just not expecting that to pop up like that. Alright, up here then? Oh, on this planet, Triginta Petra. This has people on it. A low-density planet in comparison to Earth, Triginta Petra is also drier with wide land masses that are largely desert. Its dextrochirality native... I honestly don't know what that is. Native life has yet to make it out of the oceans, primarily producing cyanobacteria, which produce a limited amount of oxygen in the atmosphere. The atmosphere. A handful of Turians colonized the planet and attempted to introduce land plants. Their chief hurdle was the lack of good topsoil, which required imports and sophisticated farming practices to overcome. The farmers' maxim on Triginta Petra, it's so weird, was, if you can last 5 seasons, you officially know what you're doing. Preliminary scans of Triginta Petra suggest that the Reapers judged its population too low to harvest and struck its colonies with kinetic impactors. They then moved on, trusting that the destruction of the food supply's main arteries would finish off the inhabitants of such a biota-poor world. So its capital, Lysitron, founded in 2120, population was 35,500. It's pretty warm. Yeah, it's warm. And then the pressure's low. Gravity's a little low. I guess we're still looking for Leviathan around here. That's pretty much what we're looking for. It's kind of weird. It is a Reaper as far as I can tell. And it's just hanging out on one of these planets. I found dextro rations, though, so that's a thing. That's not what I was anticipating, but I found them, so I'm happy.
Evasion successful.
All right, let's head down here to Mill. Should easily be able to get there. Didn't get any fuel that time, though. All right, so Garden World. Oh, it's got to be one of these two, right? They've got to have something at one of these two. There's like a moon here. All right, what's at Chalcos here? It's a garden world. Chalcos is notable for being one of the few garden worlds in the Milky Way that is also part of a binary planet system. Both it and its heavenly twin Selvos are in a stable orbit with one another in addition to orbiting the star Mill. Chalcos' greenhouse gases lead to a hotter climate than Earth, and the solar eclipses caused by Selvos, while common, are not frequent enough to be a good solar shade. This did not prevent a colony from springing up, largely Asari and their varying species of mates. It was far from an idyllic settlement, like many Terminus worlds. It was rife with farmers growing psychoactive substances, armed gangs, and with genetic engineering that would be illegal in council space. But aside from the maddening heat and photo period, it was quite inhabitable. The Reapers turned Chalcos to rubble. Emergency broadcasts caught in the light cone coming from the planet indicate that the Reapers used ground forces to invade and spent little time harvesting. As they departed, the Reapers bombarded the planet from orbit either because they needed to reinforce another front quickly or had gathered the information on genetic engineering they needed. The orbital distance, the barycenter, between the two planets is 1.15 AU, astronomical units. Atmospheric pressure is low. Surface temperature is really high. They said it was a little high. 57 Celsius is really high. Gravity is a little bit on the low side. I think the atmospheric pressure kind of makes up for the temperature. At least that's my thoughts on it. Leviathan here? Probably not. Nope, we get a Husk neural map instead. Getting a whole bunch of war assets here. Is there anything interesting about Selvos? Since it's, you know, with a garden planet. There were colonists, but they were kind of like on both of these. There's like no atmosphere here. So then the other place they could be is Lysier here? No? There's also like no Reaper presence. It's probably up here somewhere anyway. There it is. Mylasi. It's a silicaceous asteroid. Sure, there's nothing too interesting about it. They had a research station here trying to get the carbon dioxide off of it sounds like, but the Reapers kind of bombarded it, so there you go. Down here somewhere. Come on. Give me the answer that I'm looking for. No Leviathan here.
No sign of Leviathan at these coordinates.
Alright, so we move on. How much do I have? 605. That's probably not enough to go to Psi Tophet and back, so let's head back in. I don't think there was a fuel depot here. No, there wasn't. So let's head back to, I think, the Cillian Nebula. Yeah. I think that was the one with the closest fuel depot. I think it was pretty close. It wasn't the closest, but it's here. There's something. Must have been Athena Nebula. I knew it was one of the ones around here. All right, back to Sigurd's Cradle. So even though I didn't try, it seems like I got Leviathan on the last one anyway. Yeah, I probably should have remembered the map a little bit more, but I don't think the map that they gave me looked like this. All right, so over to Psi Tophet. 2181 Arion and 2181 Despoina.
Confirmed.
Shocker, it's on Despoina. I think I remember this one. This planet was only spotted recently by human space probes, and no records indicate it has been explored since. Scans indicate it is covered in an ocean of liquid water and has a nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere. It is highly likely to have at least some photosynthetic life. That's pretty much it. But he's here. Leviathan is here. I'm calling it now. This is the place. Search successful. Scans reveal a faint trace of Leviathan's energy signature. Closer examination required for confirmation.
These coordinates match our trace of Leviathan.
All right, so let's leave for the time being. Oh, nope, never mind. We're going in because that's all the assets that I needed. I thought there'd be one more, but I was wrong. All right, let's land. Let's deal with Leviathan a little bit more. Who do I want to bring along for this? Let's bring Ashley. I don't use Ashley too much. Let's cycle your appearance a little bit. Nothing is particularly good. We'll do the white. Yeah, that's good. And Garrus. Let's do, like, 2 of our original, like, Mass Effect 1 teammates. That could be useful, could be helpful, could be nice. We will see. I have a new shotgun. I don't know if anybody uses a shotgun. I do have a new sniper rifle. Damage is a little bit higher on the javelin. At the end of the day, I just kind of want the damage. The fire rate seems to be the same. Accuracy's a little bit lower. You know, I'm gonna leave it on the M92 Mantis. I'll just leave it there. And then didn't I have something better for this? The Geth Pulse Rifle, I think, is the one that I was looking at. The fire rate and a little bit more damage. Yeah, we're gonna say this one's better. All right, let's modify this one. We'll give you piercing and piercing. Double piercing. And then you have the Geth Pulse and... Really? You guys have the same loadout? Yeah, alright. So I got my sniper / assault rifle team with me. Didn't know that's what I was going for. Do I want to put points into lift grenade? I have, like, nothing else to use my points on, though. Alright, let's max out Inferno Grenade, and then we'll call you done, because I can't give you Marksman. Increase damage to armor by 50%, or impact radius by 40%, and more shrapnel. It is a grenade. Let's go for the radius. Garrus, max out overload, please. Damage to barriers and shields, or hit additional target. If you're going to use your powers, you're using it against one thing, so let's use it that way. Alright, I think we're good. Let's head in. Don't make me regret the team that I chose. That was kind of just a weird little cutscene there.
Cortez, what's the status on the probe we launched?
Tracking it now, Commander. I've confirmed that Leviathan's signal originates from this planet. Heard how, Anne helped us locate it. It's pretty spooky stuff.
Makes you wonder what we're going to find down there.
Reaper killer. Let's hope anyway. Doesn't look like it wants to be found.
It doesn't have a choice. We're here.
Right. But then what? It plays pretty rough, and if it is a Reaper, I don't know that's the kind of help we want.
Yeah, we're not looking for friends.
Nobody says we have to be friends with it, but if this thing has the rest of the Reapers worried, then we need its help.
Commander, new readings from the probe. It's narrowed down Leviathan's location. You're not gonna like it.
Let's hear it.
There's nothing but ocean. I show a concentration of structures floating on the surface, but the probe's giving us a signal below that. Way below.
Underwater.
Looks that way. The shuttle should still be able to reach it.
That's possible?
The Kodiak is spec'd to nearly 1,000 atmospheres, but I've never actually tested that.
Yeah, let's not go
Guess
that
we're
deep.
gonna find out. Status!
Some kind of pulse hit us! Systems are shutting down! Brace for impact!
Everyone all right?
Banged up, but I'll make it.
How's the shuttle, Cortez?
Checking now. I'll see if I can get power restored.
Copy that. We'll look around.
Look at all this. How many have been stranded here by that pulse?
Could be Leviathan's last line of defense.
Alright, our objective is to wait for shuttle repairs. I did get another journal entry, though. Despoina Leviathan. The Normandy shuttle has been disabled by an unknown energy surge. Search for Leviathan and a way to escape the planet. So we just got here and already our goal is to escape. Wow. I just kind of got pushed off there. I saw something here. There we go. Survey data. Apparently survey data is worth $22.50 in credits. More data here. Datapad log from Atten Brooks. The hull will hold, that's what they say. Whatever god watches over Ezo prospectors came through for us. Despite a hell of a smack in the water landing, the MSV Monarch displaces enough air to stay afloat. We're all thankful we're alive. Captain Pratt even ordered the champagne broken out. Helps perspective, I guess. The big puzzle? What downed us in the first place? Kunshan says it wasn't lightning, it was some kind of pulse. A directed energy weapon seems likely, but where would it have come from? There's no radio traffic, the whole bloody ocean is silent. Tonight the techs are going to try rerouting the power to get a good mass drop before getting the thrusters firing. If all goes well, we'll be airborne in 24 hours. I get some experience for that. I also got the M55 Argus. What is that? That is an assault rifle. So, not for me, but for the two of you. Let's see if it's good. There it is. More weight, less capacity, a hell of a lot less of a fire rate, like double the damage, but like maybe a third to a quarter of the fire rate, and the accuracy is less than half as well. So, no, I'm gonna stick with the Geth Pulse Rifle. I don't know, it just kind of seems like they're not always giving me the best stuff. Omni Blade for the assault rifle, that's level 3 now. I don't know, assault rifle doesn't necessarily seem like the thing.
I don't recognize those ships. How long have they been here?
Yeah, I can't really make them out even when I hit the button. More stuff. Holy crap, there's like stuff hidden all over the place around here. Pure Ezo samples, worth just as much as the survey data. A pistol cranial trauma system, level 3. Apparently I already had it. Didn't realize I did. Oh, that's for the headshot damage, right. That's like an atlas there.
One of those artifacts. Explains why no one gets out of here.
Alright, datapad, Shen Kunshan. Attempts to get airborne have failed every time. The damage done by the pulses, if you could call it damage, doesn't make physical sense. The connections aren't fried, but the Monarch's thrusters disengage. The distress beacon is likewise dead, but most of our electronics are still functioning. Doesn't seem to be a result of shielding. Without a distress beacon, we've got no chance. I hear bad things about ration supplies, and I think that's why the captain ordered us to collect rainwater and set up tents on the deck. It keeps us busy. Brooks has been talking about using the Triton's weapons to try blast fishing. I agree, but I haven't seen anything that looks like a fish. I wish I were an optimist. Skeletal remains. Well, let's do the medkit first. Skeletal remains.
Any idea how old these are?
At CSEC, they always said the key to decomposition was scavengers. Without them, it's quite a while.
Apparently it's been quite a while. More pure Ezo samples. I feel like I already grabbed those ones, but they were slightly different. All right. Oh, here's the datapad and the artifact that we were talking about earlier. Dr. Chai Lin. The rations will hold us 2 days more. Brooks sent a drone to the bottom, and it came up with bioluminescent plant life. None of it is edible. I warned the crew not to eat it before my tests were done, but Romero and Mullins tried it anyway. They haven't stopped vomiting, and their dehydration wastes fresh water. We sent Kunshan's team on a raft over to the wrecks. They came back with spheres, some kind of organic-based alien technology, and nothing to eat. I want to believe they'll give us some answers, but if they had helped the other ships figure out what happened, they wouldn't be here now, would they? It's getting cold. All right, I will deal with the artifact in a bit. Don't groan at me.
Look, up there!
We've got company, Shepard.
Shit.
Must have been right behind us.
Protect
All right.
the shuttle!
Defend the shuttle. I can't do anything with the artifact, it seems. All right, so no surprises.
Situation?
Swapping out the parts, Commander. Hang on.
We're up against more Reaper guys, so like cannibals. Marauder, that's at least somewhat interesting. Damn it, stop hitting that thing. Alright, throw you good. Anybody want to like shoot? That'd be good. Oh, come on. Like, some of these want to work, some of them don't. That was locked on, damn it. You guys can't handle husks, you know?